Had to check the calendar. It is November 14th.
Right.
You wouldn't realize where we are with the weather right now because 80s, talking 90s in some locations.
Tomorrow, Altus, man, the folks
Wow.
down in southwest Oklahoma, they're going to be cooking, right?
Yes, and for November, I mean, that's typical of September, honestly.
Yes.
It's kind of what this heat is feeling like. So usually we have highs in the 50s and 60s. Lows should be in the 30s. I mean, you should be needing a coat, and that's really not the case, at least for most of the state. We have some 30s this morning, but the afternoon highs are back in the 80s.
It's probably affecting records at this point,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes. We tied the record yesterday. Okay,
Wow.
81.
I believe it, yeah.
Today, 82. We'll likely break a record. We could break a record on Saturday and then again on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just kind of lining them up here. Then we start to see things really cool back off and rain moves back into the forecast. So your 9-day has a lot of variability on it. 40-degree temperature swing. It's big. All right, as far as today goes, we're forecasting 82. The record was set back in 1999. I think that's broken. We could tie the record tomorrow. We may break it. We'll see what happens with our winds. It all depends on that cold front and when we get that wind shift. Sometime when you have a wind shift coming into the state, you get a southwest wind ahead of it. We call it a prefrontal trough, and what that means is your temperatures just soar and they spike. That's why we're forecasting 84 tomorrow and those 90s in the southwest. Monday, we're closing in on record highs with low 80s on the way. As far as the drought's concerned, the drought monitor, of course, tells the story that we're all seeing and feeling. Everything's going dormant now because of the hard killing freeze, but also because of the drought. So we have moderate drought from Stillwater to OKC, severe drought from Duncan to Pauls Valley to Seminole and Shawnee, and then where we have the worst drought conditions are down in Kiowa County. Extreme drought has returned, unfortunately. Now, rain's looking good as we head into Tuesday night, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe even into early Friday. We're hoping for a few waves of rain and thunderstorms out of this next big upper-level storm, and I'll show you that in a minute. Today's a dry day, a quiet day up and down the plains. We have clear skies on your Lucky Star Skycam network. Again, breaking daylight, sunrise is about 15 miles away. I want to take you out into western Oklahoma. This is a shot from right on the border. In fact, there's the Welcome to Oklahoma sign on our ODOT cam. This is coming into Oklahoma on I-40, so out near Sayre. See the fog on the ground just above the horizon, just blanketing the area. Temperatures are in the 30s at this location out near Sayre, and with that, we have reached all the way down to our dew point. So fog has developed from Putnam to Butler to Clinton to Elk City, Sayre, and it's pretty thick right at that junction of 183 and I-40. Some fog up near Billings as well. This will start to erode away as we go through mid-morning with that kind of low blanket of fog. It looks like fall for folks in western Oklahoma, completely different season. Down to 39 in Sayre, 39 in Woodward, 39 in Alva, 50s and 60s in the metro, above average, and south winds are blowing. No fog in central Oklahoma, 10 to 20 mile-an-hour wind. We'll see temps warm into the low 80s this afternoon, so quickly warming on up for the kiddos heading to school today. Yeah, don't dress them in their fall gear because, man, it's going to be warm at the bus stop. As far as our next rainmaker, we're keeping a close eye on it. Still looking good. The data's still very consistent. I like the orientation, the way this thing's coming out to be a rain producer, an efficient rain producer. It doesn't get here for several more days. We have this ridge in place through your weekend. Jumping you ahead to Wednesday, we're talking around the 19th. Thunderstorm chances going up. Now, if we have enough instability, some data says we do, some data says we don't, we might end up with some wind and hail. We'll watch for that. Low-level winds, the low-level jet is strong. These storms might try to rotate on Wednesday. By Thursday, lower instability, but still rain around possibly into Friday. And then we'll have a slight chance for rain by the time we get into around the 24th. And then the extended forecast, because the holiday is getting closer and closer. Thanksgiving now, less than 2 weeks away. There looks to be some Canadian air, cold air, headed our way by Thanksgiving. At least that's the trends. 40s and 50s expected tonight. It is not cold, okay? Not for November standards. We'll have 70s and 80s in the northwest. Ahead of that front, we'll try to get to the mid-80s and break 90 down near Altus, down near Tipton, and then a little cooler heading into your Sunday. But hey, big football games going on this weekend. After bye week, we're talking OSU taking on the Wildcats. Temperatures from the 60s into the low 80s. And then as far as OU playing away in Tuscaloosa, temperatures will be in the 70s, warming up to near 80, and then falling into the mid-70s. Both games dry, both games look beautiful for football. Sunday, 60s and 70s, 75 Oklahoma City, upper 60s in the northwest, and east wind on Sunday. Then back to the 80s on Monday. I know it's a wild ride. After that, here comes the rain, the thunderstorms. We'll have another cold front, and that one Friday is stout. By next Friday, highs back in the 40s. And back to you guys, the desk.